Hi guys, today I thought I'd talk about the best miraculous post-end card scenes in my opinion. Except my opinion is correct every time, so just take this as the best top post-credit scenes period. This might surprise you because some of the episodes these scenes belong to I'm a vocal hater of and shit on all the time in my videos. But the question is, are these post-credit scenes enough to make or break an episode? Honestly not really, they're just there to gag you kinda. But some of them are just a few more seconds of nothing for the episode. It's interesting because it could be the worst episode to date but with the most cunty outro scene, but I'll still shit on the episode because one little ending scene isn't what the whole episode is about, if you know what I mean. The criteria for this is kinda tricky because for the episodes I already like that just happen to have a good post-credit scene too, I can just explain why it's good and what it adds to the episode. But for the bad episodes with good post-end card scenes, do we take into consideration the context too or just talk about the ending scene by itself? As important as context is, obviously I think we should let these few second-long scenes have their moment for a bit and rip them apart from the terrible episode they might belong in. I actually had to look up post-credit scenes in Miraculous because I didn't know how many episodes had them, and apparently there's only 21 episodes. There's a whole wiki page for that's crazy. From least to most fab. First one. Number 10, Miracle Queen, it's your time to shine.
It's perfect. As good as new.
You guys already know it's a tie between this and the season 5 finale as the worst Miraculous finale. It's a terrible episode off. And it's hard to choose the worst because one is Fu proving he learned nothing from the mistakes of his elders by repeating the cycle of giving the guardian title to a child plus closed damnation. Even though that's the last thing I care about Loki. And the other is the unfair outcome of the past 8 or 9 years. So I guess the season 5 finale should be the worst? Anyways. Now for the post-credit scene. You gotta give it to her, as bad as her episode was. Don't let that define her. Because Loki, this could have been the first scene of season 4 instead of the last scene of season 3 and it wouldn't be any different. Like Marinette becoming guardian is enough for today, I think. So what happened in that episode isn't all that important, I guess? All that matters is Miss Peacock is fixed and ready for action. Because mind you, the whole show exists because of her. That's why her revival is so important, and I don't know what took this motherfucker so long to fix it, but I guess. Protection.
I'm going to try to tell you how I feel as best I can. I don't know why you think these things about Marinette. I think you're wrong about her. I love Marinette. I love you too. I'll still be your friend if your friendship is genuine, but you won't use me against her. I am not a puppet. Of course I'm being genuine with you. I'm sorry if I ever led you to believe that I was trying to turn you against Marinette. That was never my intention. I just wanted to share my feelings with an open heart with my best friend.
I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. This bitch Lila is always smirking, it's starting to piss me off a bit. And it's so sad Kagami still can't seem to see through people's bullshit, like you can tell she has a long way to go. I don't mind that they kinda reconciled after this, but y'all already know how I feel about these two and their quote-unquote friendship progression and how it went to waste because the writers forgot about it after emotion. Like, would it kill you to show us how Lila and Kagami are doing after Gabriel replaced Lila's avatar in the Alliance rings? Anyways, back to this scene though. I don't love it, but I had to find 10 for this video, so in number 9 you go. Number 8, representation.
Everything is under control, Tsurugi-san. Our children will no longer escape us. This means we can launch Operation Perfect Alliance. Yes. It's time to put an end to the adventures of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Okay, so it might sound weird as hell that I like this one. I know it's fucked up because it's literally just Adrian and Kagami locked up in white torture rooms and a shot of Gabriel's ugly ass face saying it's the end for Ladybug and Chat Noir. But it just shows how messed up his brain has gotten to the point where he's confidently doing the most inhumane shit to his son like there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously I'm not happy this happened to the poor kids, but one thing about Miraculous is they took Gabriel's corruption arc all the way. This is just a cartoon supervillain who's going evil shit for the sake of being evil now, and it's embarrassing for him. Number 7, Gabriel Agresti.
A little surprise for when you come back, my dear nephew.
This hoe just made fake Miraculouses and Felix fell for it. I'm cracking the fuck up. Like, okay Miss Thing, you ate this, I guess. They're having a fake jewelry off. Number 6, emotion.
I'll show you that I'm not just some bottle of perfume, monarch.
Maybe you'd expect this to be higher because I like this episode, but this scene didn't gag me enough for this to be higher, like I already knew she knew. So I didn't really give a fuck. Of course she knew the fuck. Do you think she smirked in the season 4 finale for? Like, I'm pretty sure that was confirmation for her when Nathalie was yelling at Gabriel on the phone. Number 5, Senti Bubbler.
Ladybug never makes a mistake. I don't care, Gabriel. Ladybug never makes a mistake. Don't give up. Everyone makes mistakes. And one day, she'll make one too. And when that day comes, your wish will come true.
This is a funny one. I hope you guys remember this short. I know that's right, Nathalie, we don't give a fuck about that hag. I can't believe you still wanted to fuck him canonically at that point. That's crazy. Number 4, intuition.
Cat Noir, I find it strange that Monarch never uses the power of second chance. You mean we're lucky he doesn't believe?
This one is also funny, to be honest. Like we all know this episode was a flop and you probably forgot it existed until you saw this part of the video. It's just ironic as hell. I don't know, it makes them look stupid because if I were y'all I would have just assumed this man has been using the snake miraculous non-stop. Like what do you mean we're lucky he hasn't been using it? More like we lucky we got plot armor on our side and the plot won't change no matter how many times he uses second chance. He could be 90 years old with all the time he lost doing it over and over until he defeats you and plot armor would still save you. Thinking he hasn't been using it just because you haven't seen him with it on is so funny. Of course you wouldn't remember it happening, buddy, that's how it works. Number 3. Multiplication.
Don't worry, my Felix. Mama's here to protect you from those superheroes who think you're a villain. Oh, I am much more than that, Dusu.
This went high up on my list only because Amelie is in it and that's my bitch. Just kidding. It's the reality of these two working behind the scenes for themselves even if it goes against the heroes and Amelie doing everything she can to support and protect her child but not restricting him. Because he was always restricted and now that he's not she probably feels like if she tries to restrict him in his plans she'll be like you know who. I guess she's still shaken up and hasn't tried setting limits on him and teach him what he can or can't do when it comes to getting revenge on Gabriel. Like they both need therapy and it shows. Does this make her a bad mother or just a hurt woman who's trying to find herself after being controlled and being told what to do her whole life while dealing with a child she couldn't help out of the same abusive situation she was in? We need to talk about that, I fear. But anyways, what's funny about this scene is how menacing they try to make Felix look with the angle and that look on his face. Like girl, you know he hugged Duusu and started crying like a baby after the cameras stopped rolling. I'm much more than your holder Duusu. I'm your creation girl. Y'all really thought he was evil after watching this scene, Ijbal. It's also funny because motherfuckers thought Felix went missing, meanwhile he's just chilling with his new pretty brooch and drinking tea with his mama. Unbothered queens. Number 2. Confrontation. Unexpected second place. Y'all already know I don't like this episode, the way Marinette exposes Lila as stupid, like she didn't have to do all that. A whole new bathroom? Like how the hell did you convince the principal to do that? Little girl, plot armor goes crazy. But I can't even lie to you, when the scene was leaked last year everyone and their mamas were gagged. The fuck you mean this whole time her hair was a 40-inch human hair sausage wig and she got a second school that she goes to at the same time as a different person? Like girl, you setting yourself up for jail with this one. Goes in number 2 just because of how fucking iconic she is. Like her casually throwing away the wig in the trash in public like it's a regular Tuesday? If you ask me, I think this symbolizes the death of Lila Rossi and the birth of new identities. I mean with newer wigs that she hasn't been exposed in yet. Which means we won't be seeing the sausage wig anymore now. Whoever finds it in that trash is a lucky ass bitch. It was a good wig too. Goodbye sausage wig, you will be missed. And her declaring war on the phone with Chloe like she's announcing World War III? Okay Miss Thing, eat them up. As badly written as Lila is, especially after they set up this multiple identity thing, as if she wasn't already a mess of a character, you have to admit she ate this one little thing. Number 1. It was actually a tie between pretension and perfection. Pretension first.
Were you followed? My mother thinks I'm at Ikebana class. The ring you gave your mother was a fake. This is the real one. How is this possible? The last of the Cerrutis isn't your mother, it's you. The rules of your family no longer have to be created by your ancestors. From now on, they're yours to make.
I love this one and the symbolism with the hands and Kagami's newfound freedom and self-reflection and development. Like this is a beautiful moment for her. Mind you, she had to lie to her mother to see Felix like she used to lie to meet up with Adrian when they dated. But now it's not one-sided and they're both fucking weirdos obsessed with each other, and I love that for them. Also, this marks the beginning of Kagami deciding shit for herself since she got the ring with her amok and her mother got a fake one. And she has no way to see that the ring she quote-unquote got back from Kagami is a fake because she doesn't have the peacock miraculous. Felix, what would we do without you and your jewelry business? That's why he's iconic. And he ended that hag child abuser Tomoe. Kagami was a mess in her past few episodes, she was going through it for real. But now she can finally move on from that and start a new chapter in her life in peace, and we are so proud of her. And I can't wait to see how this progresses with her mama. Her rebel era period. And the hand holding to show she's not alone in this? Oh, sedate me please. Now as for perfection.
Calm down. If you don't honor your contract, Gabriel, I will make your tree disappear, just like you tried to do with mine. Don't ever forget again. And as you owe me everything.
This scene was kinda crazy because it was basically Tomoe telling this bitch he almost killed her daughter by sending an Akuma into the ring with her amok. Like if they broke that shit, Kagami would go poof in front of everybody, and I don't know if Ladybug reversing the damage with her miraculous ladybugs would bring Kagami back like nothing happened to her amok? That's also a question we should be asking the writers. What the hell would happen if Kagami didn't break out of her Akuma that day and they broke her ring? Like girl, I just broke the object with the Akuma and you disappeared at the same time and a fucking feather flew out of it too. Where the fuck did you just go? That is if the miraculous cure would revive her. This brings us to a whole another topic of whether the miraculous ladybugs cure people who were hurt or died during an Akuma attack, but we've seen Senti's object with their amux break and they weren't revived after Ladybug did her miraculous. Ladybug. Gabriel was so disgusting for this, like this is straight up a murder attempt and you can't convince me otherwise. And it wouldn't be the first time he attempts to murder a child. Shit, that's one more thing her and Felix got in common. The realization of why Tomoe was this mad hit me so bad. Just like she hit Gabriel's property like bitch, yes, destroy that man's belongings. That's it for today. Tell me your fabs. Thanks for watching.
Oh, shit! I'm so sorry. What have I done? I'm so sorry.
I can't feel my kid.
Crap! The tiger sting like to be, guys. I have bad nerves. I'm so sorry. Feel better, okay?